Hey, everybody, how ya doing? It is me, Timothy, and it's time for week 2 of my NFL picks and predictions. Well, last week I went 7-9. I didn't do too good. Well, hopefully this week I would do a lot better. There's a lot of shockers happened in that week. Kind of crazy, like last night's game. Think that what got me. But hopefully I'll do good in week 2. But first off, we got a Thursday night game happening. And we got the Washington Redskins. They are home and they will be hosting the New York Giants. Both of these teams lost their opener. And Washington lost their main quarterback for a few weeks, so he'll be out. And the Giants, well, they looked pretty good. Let's say, well, they lost 27-13. And Washington lost 20-16, but this is going to be a good game. But I got to go with the New York Giants to win on the road and defeat the Washington football team. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears. They will be hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals came up winners in overtime, beating Minnesota. 27-24. And the Bears lost to the Rams 34-14. But this is their home opener, so hopefully they can rebound and fix their problems and win. But in this matchup, I got the Chicago Bears winning at home and defeating the Cincinnati Bengals. Then next up, we got the Cleveland Browns, who will almost beat Kansas City in a close one, 33-29. It's just their defense kind of wore out and couldn't stop Kansas City. And Houston, they'll be hosting Houston. And Houston won 37-21 over Jacksonville. This is going to be a good game between these two. A very good one. But I got the Browns to win at home against the Houston Texans. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts. And they lost to Seattle 28-16. And they will be hosting the Los Angeles Rams, who beat Chicago 34-14. This is going to be a hard one for Watson, the Colts. So I got to go with Matthew Stafford and the Rams to go into Indianapolis and defeat the Colts. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins. They'll be traveling to go play the Buffalo they're hosting the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, they're hosting them. Miami is coming off of a win over New England, a close one, 17-16. And Buffalo, they're coming off of a loss to Pittsburgh, 23-16. And this is going to be a good game between Miami and Buffalo, or the Dolphins and Buffalo. So I got to go with Buffalo to win on the road and defeat the Miami Dolphins and get back on the winning track. Next up, we got the New York Jets. They'll be hosting the New England Patriots. The Jets are coming off of a 28-16 loss to Seattle, while New England, they're coming off of a 17-16 loss to Miami. And this ain't going to be an easy task for the Jets. Well, the Jets lost to Carolina, a close one, 19-14. This ain't going to be an easy task for the Jets under their new quarterback. But I got to go with New England to win on the road and defeat the Jets. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. They will be hosting the 49ers, San Francisco. The Eagles are coming off of a 32-6 win over Atlanta, while the 49ers, well, they're coming off of a 41-33 win over my Detroit Lions. But this ain't going to be an easy one for Philly. I tell you, that it ain't going to be an easy one. So I got to go with the 49ers to win on the road and defeat the Eagles. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will be hosting the Las Vegas Raiders, who won in overtime last night. 33-27 over Baltimore. And Pittsburgh, well, they won 23-16. This is going to be a good game. I was expecting the Raiders to play tough against Baltimore, but boy, they did. And, the Ravens, their defense kind of collapsed and stuff. But in Pittsburgh, now, their defense was pretty good. They kind of messed up Buffalo. So, in this matchup between the Steelers and the Raiders, I got to go with Pittsburgh to win at home and defeat the Las Vegas Raiders. Next up, we got Carolina Panthers. They are at home, and they will be hosting the New Orleans Saints. Carolina's coming off of a 19-14 win over the New York Jets. And New Orleans, they're coming off of a 38-3 win over Green Bay. Boy, they shut Green Bay out. Their defense did the job to old Green Bay. And this is going to be a tough task for Carolina. So, in this matchup, I got to go with New Orleans to win on the road and defeat Carolina. Next up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are at home and they will be hosting the Denver Broncos. Jacksonville's coming off of a loss to Houston, 37-21. In Denver, they're coming off of a win over the Giants, 27-13. This is not going to be an easy one for the Jacksonville Jaguars at all. Not an easy task. So in this matchup, I'm going to go with Denver to win on the road and defeat Jacksonville. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals. They are at home and they will be hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Minnesota's coming off of a heartbreaking overtime loss to Cincinnati, 27-24. And Arizona, now they took care of Tennessee, 38-13. This ain't gonna. And what I heard from announcers and stuff, that Minnesota just looked bad. Many mistakes, mental mistakes. And you can't do that. So in this matchup between Arizona and Minnesota, I gotta go with Arizona to win at home and defeat the Vikings. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who's coming off of a 31-29 win over Dallas. And they will be hosting the Atlanta Falcons, who lost 32-6. Just wasn't an impressive game for them against Philly. And this ain't going to be an easy task for Matt Ryan and the Falcons. So in this matchup, I got to go with Tampa Bay to win at home and defeat the Atlanta Falcons. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. And they will be hosting the Dallas Cowboys. The Chargers are coming off of a win over the Giants, 27. Who did they? No, that was Denver. The Chargers played Washington. They're coming off of a 20-16 win over Washington. In Dallas, they're coming off of a 31-29 loss to Tampa Bay. Now, both teams are pretty good, I tell you. I'm really impressed by the Chargers. They're a high-scoring team sometimes. But sometimes their defense can let it up and let another team get back. So, in this matchup, in this one, I got to go with Dallas to win on the road and defeat the Chargers. Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks, who got a win in Indianapolis, and they will be hosting the Tennessee Titans. who lost to Arizona. This is going to be a tough task for Tennessee to overcome. But in this matchup, I got to go with Seattle to win on the road. I mean home. Not road. At home. And defeat the Tennessee Titans. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens. And they will be hosting the mighty Kansas City Chiefs. Baltimore is coming off of a heartbreaking loss in overtime to the Raiders. And Kansas City, they fought back into this game and never looked back after that and won over Cleveland. This is going to be a good game between these two. A very good one. When they collide, they collide. But in this matchup, I got to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to win on the road and defeat the Ravens. Next up, we got for next Monday night, we got the Green Bay Packers. They will be hosting my Detroit Lions. Now the Packers, I mean, they got shut out by New Orleans. Big time. They got shut out by New Orleans. Now Detroit, they were way behind the 49ers until about the fourth quarter. Then they started making a comeback and made it close, 41-33, and they lost 38-3. But week 2, things can change. But deep down inside of me, I gotta go with my Detroit Lions to win on the road and defeat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Well, everybody, I want to know who will you be rooting for in week 2 of the NFL, and I hope all of you enjoyed week 1 like I did. Yeah, I did. I was really surprised how much. I watched the Rams game, and I was surprised that Matthew Stafford did real good for the Rams. He had playmakers on that team that would help him. He didn't have nobody for Detroit. And I feel sorry for Jared Goff as well, because he just doesn't got nobody. And he kept on depending on the running game. You can't depend on the running game. You got to put it up sometimes. Give these guys a chance. Give these wide receivers a chance. Get somebody in the open. But football's a funny sport. But everyone, leave a comment. Let me know who your favorite, who you're gonna be picking and rooting for. And I want to say thank you for watching. And if you're new, hit that red subscribe button down below and subscribe to this channel. I do a variety of videos on here, so Feel free to check them out. Also, leave comments. But until next time, y'all take it easy out there and have a good one. And this is Timothy, and this Week 2 NFL picks and predictions is over.